So there's a lot of characters in the game where you get touched. It's like people thought this game would be like Melee. It's like Smash 64. You get hit in neutral, you could be dead off anything.
Oh man, yeah. Speaking of it, right? We hopping in. We were talking about we're seeing lots of Aang's, and here we got one coming out in HeroMack up against KirbyKid's Ren and Stimpy. And so far, I mean, Aang's neutral air, one of the best moves in the game. It's active for 8 frames, bro. Like what?
Yeah, it's a game that it's a move that kind of plays itself for you. Ren and Stimpy is kind of on the other side of the spectrum where they rely more so on those really big hits and big range and not necessarily a move that you can string together 8 or 9 hits in a row before they hit high percent and kill them off it.
Oh my gosh, and the eyes just taking out
that's those
the
big
stock,
hits,
man.
the big damage, big range, the Awuga. You got to look out for that. It's crazy.
And something that Bobby Wasabi was saying on commentary earlier that I didn't even know about, he was saying that the color of your percent scales with the weight of your character, which is something I did not know about. So apparently a heavier character like Ren and Stimpy is going to start turning red much later than it will for someone who's on the lighter side, like Aang, I suppose, which just fun fact, I guess, if that's true. Hey, I like that.
Yeah, there's at least the heavies in this game are certainly heavy, right? If you're a big character in this game, you have the weight, which at least there's a little bit of balancing on that. Oh, and the recovery spike. This stage, by the way, is so janky. Like, I know it's the Smashville equivalent, but the bottom of the stage is there's something off with it.
Oh! KirbyKid!
And in saying that, the wall of pain.
Just ended it.
Yeah. That move is crazy. I think that's what the I think it's their regular nair, or is that their mid?
Yeah, I think so.
That move, not only can you string it together, of course, but you can get so much off because of that crazy range it has. You gotta respect it. You can get those stray hits, and then like I was saying, Ren and Stimpy is that character that is gonna get that little combo off with those big hits that you can really hit at the end, like the Awuga, the Log. Those are big moves you have to respect, especially when they're throwing around and flying around in the air.
And it's nice to see a character like that be able to do well as well, right? Because we're so used to seeing characters like, I don't know, Ganon, or like, I guess Bowser's pretty good in Ultimate, but just like generally like the kind of the bigger characters struggle a little bit. Like Reptar is another one of those characters that like can dish out the damage, but then the disadvantage becomes so much harder because of how big your hurt box is. But on the other side, they hit like a truck, man. Like we just saw KirbyKid absolutely obliterate. I want to see more.
Well, the thing about heavies in this game that you don't see in like Smash Ultimate 2 is that they might be slower, but they're not slow. I mean, look at Ren and Stimpy right now. He's cruising, right? He's moving all over the place, and you can really keep up with those faster characters. So of course you're still going to get comboed and get caught by moves a lot more often, but you can still put on the offense and put on pressure when you have the opportunity. Just not right now when Aang's comboing you.
Yeah, it's like Aang is like, I'm gonna jump, do that nair, and then air dash to the ground and do it again, right? That's kind of like the bread and butter for Aang. And of course, like this game does have DI, but since it's all digital and not analog inputs, you really can just DI in or out. You don't have a whole lot of options there in terms of where to mix up which angle you're gonna go. And so far, I mean, it looks like HeroMack bringing themselves back into this one.
KirbyKid's definitely moving a lot more comfortable with this character than in the previous tournaments too, and you can see a lot of Ultimate character players starting to get more used to the movement of this game and not playing it like Smash Ultimate, starting to play it more like Nick All-Star Brawl. And again, look at those range on the landing aerials. You gotta respect it. It's not only gonna keep you at range, it's gonna kill.
Yeah, the space that it occupies is so good as well. That was great, though. What the heck? Let's go, HeroMack, able to respond in tow right there. And here we go, spamming these nairs. And if you're in the corner as Ren and Stimpy there, you got to get out. You got to get out. But the nairs range is so big. Oh, here we go. Oh, baby.
Plays itself. Looking for the read off. Oh, that could have been a conversion for a kill. Got to be careful. I mean, just as much as you might want to mash in the corner, if you mess up, that could turn into a combo and off the, left or right blast zone for you.
Come on, get something big. There we go. I was like, you got 2 teeters back to back. You got to go for the big punish, man, just to find the strong right there. And back to the nair plans, baby.
Just like that. Like, all of a sudden, KirbyKid has the exact same, now more HP in like 2 seconds.
Oh, wow. Honestly, I thought this was going to be... I didn't expect this to be this close. HeroMack was someone I had heard of yet, but I had known KirbyKid had been doing damage.
Wow.
And yeah, HeroMack.
The strong up air, finishing it off, catching that jump in. Yeah, that was pretty wild. Right? I think KirbyKid was certainly keeping up at the beginning, but once you start getting those nair strings more frequently, it's so much harder to keep pace with Aang.
Yeah, and it's like you don't have like an air dodge that you can mash
No.
hits done, right? For a lot of characters, the way to get at a disadvantage in this game is to like throw out your own aerial that's like quick, right? To
Mhm.
make sure you keep them frame tight with their combos. But like Ren and Stimpy, they got the range, they got the damage, but a lot of their hitboxes don't come out nearly as quick, and they just get carried, man. It's tough to deal with.
It's also scary and disadvantage because, like in in Ultimate, you can try to go to the ledge, right, and you're safe
Mhm.
there a lot of the time. You don't want to go to the ledge. You can either get spiked, you can get caught in your recovery. Again, you don't have the air dodge, so and you can get teetered if you try to get up from the ledge. So there's so many bad things that can happen just by going to a place you might think is safe on previous experience, and certainly isn't in this game.
So we're gonna see what the adjustments are, or if you're gonna have enough time. At least this time we're going to try platforms here, so a little bit of a change right there. Might be able to get a tech on that and try to keep yourself alive, or alternatively, oh my gosh, hold on, look at this combo. It's like, oh, it's like you get nared.
No.
Oh baby. Okay, he made it back. I was about to say, I was like, is he too low? But he got height on that recovery.
All right,
Sheesh.
keeping him out, boxing, and this is where these platforms are going to start to help out KirbyKid and allow him to set up for that strong area or that aerial attack right there more often. But he still has to complete the carry. He still has to get the wall paint all the way to the blast zone.
Okay, 127 on KirbyKid right now. And go ahead and shield a little bit, push him off stage. And man, edge guarding Aang can be tough, man. He has a lot of good mix-up options coming down, right? The recovery is really good. The down special, little air scooter, that's hard to deal with as well.
Wow.
That just straight up KO'd.
Sometimes I'm not sure if it's going to KO or not.
No, same. Because in this game, it feels like people can live forever or they just die instantly.
Yep. I need the zoom in. I need to know.
Yeah. Please.
Oh, trying to fight against that Aang up B. I mean, that dive kick's really scary. But then Ren and Stimpy have a dive kick of their own. It's just not as flexible as Aang's is, and it's really hard to fight against.
Okay.
Like the fake outs you can pull off with just the glider portion, and you never like oh, the spike still gets back though.
Almost enough, man. That's the thing. Oh, that's a yeet.
That should be it. Yep.
Yeah. That's hard. I don't know if there's really a way to recover there that you don't just get smoked by that. Like,
You don't get grabbed is essentially what happens. You can't get grabbed there, it's death. Oh, and committing way too hard for that down strong is gonna take some damage immediately, but losing the air string opportunity until you catch him again off the strike hit and again.
It's like, where do you go, man? Just like that, so much damage racked up. And this is what actually we were talking about. They're both at 86%, but you can see that Aang is much more red than Ren and Stimpy are. So, Wabi Wasabi speaking facts earlier.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's playing out right in front of us right here. I actually never noticed that. But it's not going to make a difference in game plan, I think, for HeroMackzZ, right? Like, he's still looking for the air strings.
Oh, man. Okay, gonna yeet him off stage.
Yep.
Smoke. What are you supposed to do?
Has to. And that's a thing where a lot of characters, they have a very exploitable recovery in a game where a lot of the top tiers have such an easy down air.
Yeah.
It's, those characters are going to start to fall off, I think, over time.
Like, when your down air chains into itself, especially off stage, it's like, what are you going to do about that? Especially, I mean, look at this. Oh, yeet him off stage. Wow, that just straight up KO. That always surprises me when the cargo throw just KOs like that. I'm like, oh, it was enough, but I guess the damage was pretty high, and Aang is a pretty light character, so.
I think not only is Aang light, but I think at a certain point, almost every character's throws start to kill at like over 100, 110, 120 on certain characters. Like eventually everyone just starts to get access to kill throws. Then you add the cargo aspect, something you just have to respect in neutral too. It's like, it's not like, in Ultimate where there are certain matchups like, oh, this character can't kill me off the throw. I don't care about shielding at 150, This game, you can't be blocking freely at high percent.
But you will get grabbed, you will get thrown off the stage.
Just like that.
That's it, right?
Off an easy grab in neutral, like just completely destroys him. And another big win there for HeroMackzZ.
Oh yeah, it was able